Hey girl, let me bust in your scraps. Ooh, heard that. Hey queen, let me come in your scrap pile. No, that was worse. Hello, let me finger your fabric folds. Let me show you how to make a log cabin block. This is a super easy quilt block and it is great to use up your scraps. As you can see, I made this one here for my blue scraps. And yes, I keep my scraps color-coded in plastic bags. Look, I hate single-use plastic, but sometimes you just need a bag. Now maybe you're not flush with scraps, and that's fine. This is also a great block to make if you have a jelly roll lying around that you bought at an impulse because you're like, oh my God, that's such beautiful fabric. I could make something so great out of it. And then it's just been collecting dust in your closet. I'm here to help you, okay? The most important thing that you need here is 2.5-inch strips. Strips. The most important thing you need here is 2.5-inch strips. So I took some of my green scraps and I cut them into 2.5-inch strips, all varying sizes. I'm not even gonna get into like super big dimensions here. You're gonna see we kind of cut as we go. What you need to know is 2.5-inch strips. That's it. Get a jelly roll, get some scraps, get whatever fabric you want. We're gonna get into it. Okay, I've got 3 stations set up. I have my sewing station off camera, I've got my cutting station right here, and I've got my ironing station. This block is a very active process, okay? We're gonna be cutting as we go, we're gonna be pressing as we go. Sew, cut, press, blah, 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 blah. Comes together super fast though. Get your steps in, we're doing it. The most important thing with the log cabin quilt is having light fabrics and having dark fabrics. The contrast is what makes these blocks really cool. You get a bunch of log cabins together and you can do things like this, or this, or this, or this. All of those variations have the same quilt blocks, they're just twisted different ways to manipulate sort of the image that comes. So you want that light side and that dark side. Get out of here. This log cabin block begins with a 2.5-inch square in the center. We're gonna go light side first. So I'm taking one of my first light fabrics that I have for my scraps and putting right sides together, that's pretty sides together. I'm going to sew 1/4 inch right here. Just sew these together. All right, these are sewn together. Next step is I'm going to take a ruler and a rotary cutter and I am going to trim off all of this extra fabric here. This is what I mean by kind of cut as we go. So now we have a piece like this. Let me press this. Next step, I'm taking the same light fabric and I'm lining these up like this. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go 1/4 inch right down the side. Sewn together, I'm doing the same thing. I'm going to come over here and I'm going to cut off the excess. These fabrics are fraying like crazy. I haven't used this mint fabric in a while. I forgot that it was so messy. Okay, now we have the first row of our light green side on here. Now we're going to move on to some of the darker fabric. Same thing as we've been doing, right sides together. I'm just gonna keep building outward, keep building my log cabin. So 1/4 inch down the side. That is sewn together. I'm going to cut. You may have noticed I did not start it all the way at the top here. I'm using scrap fabric, which means that I don't have 100% straight lines. The only thing I focused on was that 2.5-inch width. Something that's kind of fun about this block is by the time you're done with it, because you're cutting as you go, you're gonna end up with like a perfectly square block because you just keep squaring this up every time. Gonna iron. Now what do you think we're gonna do? You already know, right sides together. We're just gonna keep building this thing. I've been like contemplating a lot about making a king size quilt for my bedroom and like not knowing what to make it from because king size quilts are huge and so it's like a big undertaking to do that. But like as I've been making these log cabin blocks, I'm thinking like this is the answer because of the fact that they come together so fast, and I do find this process genuinely fun. And for all of the people who like love to get in my comments and tell me how they don't use pins and you know, whatever, try to give me shit because I always give you guys shit about using pins, you're gonna love the log cabin block because I'm not using pins at all for this one. She's just easy. Okay, we have our first layer of light, our first layer of dark. Let's go to a next layer of light. My God, could I have picked an uglier green? I don't know. Right sides together. Let's keep going. If I were doing a larger quilt with this block and was using jelly rolls, I might try to consider getting a jelly roll that sort of favors light fabrics and a jelly roll that favors dark fabrics, if I can find such a thing, because of how important the contrast is. That's contrasting, all right. Yikes. Okay, this piece of scrap that I have left is not big enough, but I have more. I somehow have more of this horrible green fabric. Okay, I have 2 rows of light. God, that's ugly. Time to do my last row of the dark and put everyone out of their misery so they don't have to stare at this anymore. What the f***? Ooh, that was a weird, weird choice. This is the best part, like squaring off as I go. It's gonna just leave me with like perfect blocks at the end. Jeez. Man, I really thought I had something going here when I had like this mint and then this paisley. And then I was like lime green and forest green teddy bears. Let's really make this not cute anymore. I know how to construct the blocks. That doesn't mean I'm always 100% on my fabric choices. Needless to say, if I do make a king size quilt with a log cabin, this super ugly one I'm making right here will not be involved. Just straightening up everything and whoop, there it is. Or in the case of my fabric choices, there it is. That's that. Log cabin blocks. I would argue probably one of the easiest blocks I've shown to date. I'm holding up this one that I didn't make on camera because it is much prettier. But you know, maybe I'll give this one to a colorblind friend or perhaps an enemy. The finished measurement of these blocks, by the way, is 10.5 inches, in case you want to make a big old quilt out of them. And I was checking the uncut footage of me making the block, and like give or take a few instances where I like, you know, stumbled over words and had to say something again. This block took 10 minutes to make. If you like my content, please like and subscribe. It helps me a lot. I'd love to see you again. And thank you for watching. Now go quilt. Gosh, I really got to get a nice outro because that's just rough.